probably defeated Javi multiple times in Smash 4, but one of the anecdotes, or sorry, one of the first times that I remember that I heard about Cloudy, I saw a post on Smash Reddit saying, "Congratulations to the winner of Smash Pendiente, whatever." And it was Cloudy, and people in the chat, or in the comments, were really happy about it because he was using Roy, and now we're getting the flashback to that. It was Roy against Sheik in Smash 4, and now it's the Roy Ditto in Grand Finals. So really, Cloudy can bring whatever character he wants out. If he so desires, he is bringing back Joker, he has the Sephiroth, he has the Aegis, and now the Roy is back.
Y hoy Colt está feliz. He gets the double, the ditto for Roy. He knows that he wants this. And hey, nobody can blame him, right? It's nice seeing such a stacked tournament, which is under the line over here in Mexico City, with two Roys, with two insanely accomplished competitors. Cloudy, entre comillas, el rey del norte. I want to take an opportunity while I'm here to excuse me as I take a little bit more of time in the microphone as I say this. It's unfortunate that Cloudy isn't coming to Tijuana. Es un poco triste que Cloudy no va a venir a Tijuana, al Tijuana at War, because he could have solidified himself as a true king of the north. He had won. Si viniera a Tijuana y lo ganara, sería el verdadero rey del norte. Sin embargo, pues ahí hay unas cuestiones, ¿no? Que le están impidiendo hacerlo. Quién sabe, tal vez no quiera.
El Norte, el verdadero Norte. The furthest point in the north of Mexico. Over there at Tijuana at War. Consider attending people. It's going to be a great event. And I'm sure it's going to have some great heavy hitters. I mean, like we said, Cloudy can't go, but look at all the other guys that are going. And I think Javi is among those. So it would be great to see him there, because now he is winning and he gets the taunt as well after that back air. He is really close to losing his own stock, but he's going to push this as far as he can, getting those little strings, and also baiting. Like, he whips, but Cloudy can't really punish. That's going to be another stock, I think. Oh, no, it won't.
Oh, he saved his jump. And you know, this is absolutely amazing to me. How Javi has had 3 games in a row, insanely high pressure, intense games in a row, rather sets, and he's still fighting as it was first one. You can see that that forehead of Javi feeling a little red, a little rushed, maybe a little bit of sweat, and it's understandable. He's been fighting for a couple sets in a row, and it's tiring. And he's fighting against some of the best competitors in Mexico, and he's doing just so well at this point.
And he's used to fighting them, but I don't think it's going to get any less tiresome. After all, these exchanges between the top players are always super tight. You might see some of them throwing a bunch of smash attacks and whatnot in clips, but still, when they do, it usually works out. Like this one, it was a whiff punish for that forward smash with another forward smash, but he knows how to do it. He knows his opponent, where he's going to go, and of course, how to finish it whenever they give them the opportunity.
Now, Javi, feeling himself at this point, is still an insane lead as he plays around with what we know he's just so good at, which are his juggles. You know that he will pressure you down as you try to recover, as you try to land. He's just so confident in it. He knows what to do. He's putting all the pressure, and look, that shield dangerously low. You really don't want to rush it too much, but look, an opportunity of reversal from Cloudy allows him to take the second stock from Javi. A bit of a disparity when it comes to percentages, but it's still quite against the Golden Roy's favor, at least so far. But look at him to get something started, missing that true the true combo over there of the back air. But still an opportunity that maybe, as long as he doesn't botch his recovery, he could still bring the lead. But was slowly fading away with this insane pressure that Cloudy's putting out.
Yeah, super good from Cloudy to commit to keeping Javi off stage as long as possible. He is not losing stage control. He's getting 7%, but now he runs into the hilt, and that's game 1. Look at Javi with that pretty little pop-off over there. Not
Yeah.
very common for me to see them pop off against each other. They respect each other a lot.
Right.
I mean, there's no reason not to pop off, of course, but really not so common, meaning that Javi is really playing his heart out today.
Yeah, Javi, as I said, just showing an extreme display of stamina. You have to be very careful with how you spend your energy when it comes to these kinds of tournaments. At every turn, every set, you get insane competitors. So Javi hasn't really had time to rest. He's been going at it straight with insane competitors. Cloudy still holding that Roy, which is a little surprising. But let's be real, he still has that grand finals advantage, right? He still gets an extra life while Javi has to fight for his life. But look at him putting extra pressure as he tries to recover safely. But now it's time for Cloudy to just try to bring him to the other side. They just basically stand off at the middle of the stage. Town and City allows for weird interactions with those platforms. Still, they're just playing around in the air, but really close to the ground.
Yes, Roy, well, you see Roy throwing a lot of aerials and whatnot, but these two in particular are like, run, then I jump and throw an aerial, then I stay on the ground for a while. Like, if they do throw out an aerial, they're kind of reading that their opponent will also jump, so they're trying to trade with it.
Yes.
Worst case scenario, they might get thrown a little bit aside, but they can recover real quick. And now that's the side B to end the first stock. Cloudy finding Javi trying to run away, you're not going to get that easily.
El Dancing Blade, como diría el Colt. The Double Edge Dance doing his work, and that's the thing. Town and City allows for these kinds of interactions. If you get caught by the in the lateral platform, especially against Roy, you could be in absolute danger. But look, Javi knows this, and he tries his best to just get off that platform as soon as possible, and Cloudy takes advantage of that. No Gimp, at least not yet. They're just going from one side of the stage to the other, knowing they need to respect each other as much as possible. But as you mentioned, they're just keeping the lower ground as much possible without overextending, because they know they can't afford to be in the air for too long.
Also, I don't know how much of this plays actually an influence, but I see them playing a bit more conservative depending on the platform setup. Look at this. They don't want to go below that platform. They don't want to lose that stage control either. And I think Javi's second stock going away because of those stage transformations. Well, I don't know if it is actually the stage in particular, but I see them playing elsewhere and they don't play this conservative. Look at this.
Nice.
I mean, it's just hold your ground, then fire off.
Yeah, as soon as the taxis are gone, it's basically a final destination for them to play around, for them to just try to extend their combos, or rather their conversions to the most of their ability. But it's a hard climb for Javi right now. He's playing, as you mentioned, quite conservatively. He has to, because at this point, just Cloudy holding the fort down still with one stock to spare, while Javi's still getting closer to the half life of this second last stock rather. While Cloudy's still feeling quite comfortable in his second one.
Oh, careful though. I can see those counters being a lot better for Javi if he went slightly off stage perhaps, but you still don't want to risk it that much. You are on your last stock of the game at the end of the day. Thankfully though, the hilt does not care. You can be on the other side of the stage and look how far it's going to send you.
Yeah.
But once again, that's another hilt. This should be the game technically.
That could be it.
If Cloudy can end it, there we go. That's the counter I was talking about. And so if you commit off stage with it, you will win big.
And we haven't seen it as much, or at least shine as much as you would expect in this kind of matchup where both sport active hitbox recovery, so it could be a very smart approach. But the fact that since they know that it's exactly what his opponent wants to do, they're being extremely careful and extremely accurate when it comes to recovering safely, or at least mixing it up enough so it doesn't afford them an opportunity to get countered, just the way that Cloudy did counter Javi as he tried to recover.
Absolutely. It's also about the recovery routes, right? And what you can actually do to counter those. I see Cloudy throwing so many downers that go nowhere, and he's just doing things to, I don't know, keep warm or whatever, but going off with a really calculated counter might just be what he needs to get a lot, to get the advantage a lot sooner and in terms of stocks.
All right, and now, since we were dealing a lot with the layout of the platforms, we're going back to Smashville, that middle platform, allowing them to reposition. As I mentioned earlier in previous sets, instead of going for the defensive option that usually that platform allows you, they're just going for the aggressive options, repositioning to readjust for attack, for an offensive, for a new opportunity to just let it rip, which is something that you would like to expect from a Roy, right? Being hyper aggressive, being very methodical when it comes to attacking. But if you miss a hit, they're well known for hitting ghosts, right? Just hitting the air, and hey, it sometimes works. Sometimes work.
Yeah, it's Roy Ghostbusters over here. Oh, but there was no ghost. Well, at least that first stock of Roy's now is turning into a ghost. Oh, and this first one for Cloudy as well? Are you kidding me? That didn't kill. Again, it's super crucial for Roy to get the right positioning so the hilt will hit. If not, it's pretty much a pool noodle. It's so amazing to me that so many of those forward smashes come through, and yet there aren't that many stocks going down. Instead, Javi has to work twice as hard now to recover as well. Wow. That's gonna do it. That's dead Roy again.
And Cloudy just solidifying himself right now. He is still well, he's in grand finals on the winner's side of bracket, so he really has an extra life, extra set in order to make it an even more comfortable situation, but he lands on the forward smash. But still, 2 stocks, clean stocks at that. But Cloudy will allow him to just go try whatever he wants to do. As you mentioned, he's been going for those downers that are reaching no target, but it's fine because he's still on the lead. He still has nothing to lose, and he's being absolutely amazing when it comes to edge guarding, which I think is the most important thing in this matchup.
Yeah, he is doing the one thing that I didn't see Javi doing that much. He was more so holding the ledge, if you saw. Like, he was conditioning people on wake up, or sorry, on get up, and now Cloudy is the one actually searching for him down, but no, that's the missed tech. And so we're back to even stocks, but is Javi gonna push in, far enough to get the game? It's looking complicated. There we go, once again, no edge guard this time around, but he was too close to the stage to really get anything going.
Vamos, Jabón. Andan diciendo ahí en el chat, Jabón, you have to do it. You have to get something going. At least at this point, Javi's looking really good, bringing it back. Almost, he's going all the way down, but gets reversed as he tries to recover at the same time as his opponent. Those recoveries haven't been punished, or at least not as much as they probably should. So they are going back to the safety of the middle of that platform, still not recovering. Still not getting the stock quite yet and recovering effectively. So this is a bit of a noodle for both of them, just missing their punishes and just another opportunity for both of them. This is absolutely insane because whoever makes a mistake first, it's gone.
People, I want you guys to grab your piggy banks and throw a peso every time one of them throws a back here. What on earth is going on? These two are hitting each other with the oh my lord. Roy's share a collective mind. I'm serious. What on earth was that last talk?
Señor, los has mirado a los ojos at the same time. They both hit each other. They were both sent at almost the same angle, almost the same height. That was absolutely ridiculous. But it was Cloudy in the end who was able to get yet again an edge guard. We've seen he's been really consistent with those, more so than Javi. But the funny thing is that Javi is actually, I would dare say, he's been more consistent on stage. Once he gets something started, he will extend the combos. But the edge guarding, I think it's going on Cloudy's favor. At least so far it has.
Yes, I agree. That's the one element that Cloudy has found the most success in. Oh, and look at this. Weirdly enough, it's not Cloudy the one who's going with Aegis. It's Javi. It was looking... It's Jabón. This is not Javi. It's Jabón. Oh, no. That was a mistake.
A bit of an unfortunate recovery there. So this is the perfect opportunity that Jabón needs in order to try to bring it back. He does need the bracket reset, and he's opting for a bit of a more speedy, approach. He's going with Mythra, and I don't doubt that the Pyra is also coming out soon. Careful, the stage spike was on deck, but Cloudy was ready with the trigger on the finger on the trigger to get the tech just in time. I do love how Mythra is just basically conditioning a lot of Cloudy's approaches. It's just the speed, dude. The speed is just suffocating Cloudy at this point.
Pretty much, and weirdly, well, at least for me, that's quite weird, because Cloudy is also the one who has been constantly practicing the character, and look at this, he's looking really lost right now, at least against Javi in particular, losing 2 of his stocks already, and Javi riding this momentum still, not losing his first one, and also jumping away from most of Cloudy's attempts to combo.
Dude, it's just insane how Javi is just forcing down, or Jabón rather, great counter there to nullify the aggression. That was actually an insane read from both of them. Javi just charging that forward smash, and Cloudy even more punishing with the counter. But it's just the difference that they both have is insane. First the SD from Cloudy, but now I would like to argue that it's also the neutral and the pressure that Javi is just putting out. Pyra and Mythra definitely paying off in this game 4, if I'm not mistaken with the numbers. So it's insane how well or how much it changed the matchup in a matter of seconds.
Yes, sir. It's super quick how these two suddenly ride momentum, suddenly lose it. But at the end of the day, they both have the character arrays vast enough to really resort to whatever they want in the moment and still use it to a very high level. I mean, you can see Javi adapting not through the character necessarily, more so through what he has learned about Cloudy and this set in particular. That's why they each just worked so well.
Right.
And he was playing with Roy for the longest time, and he switched like it was nothing. It's about character, it's about player matchup at this point, not character matchup. And look at that, this is what I'm telling you about. Now we have double character switches. What on earth?
Now they're just going at it. One with a big sword, one with a small sword. Wolf is also sorts of swordy with his tilts. It's just insane the range that he gets with those aerials specifically, and the tilts as well. But of course, when you try to compare it with Masamune, or Masa, I always make it. Yeah, I think it's Masamune. No, it's Muramasa. I always mix it up. I hate myself for playing Terraria and always mixing up those swords. It's just the difference. The range is absolutely insane. Ustedes en chat, dígame cómo se llama la espada o si tú te la sabes. Masamune, gracias, siempre se me olvida.
La neta, yo no sé. Thank you for that answer, Colt. Shoutouts to him. You can always count on Colt to give you all these fun facts, and of course, you can count on Cloudy to cover himself on recovery with Sephiroth now. Remember, he was playing Roy out of respect. I assume that they said, hey, you know what, gentlemen, Roy Dittos, let's do it. But now it's game 5, and this is do or die. Either Javi loses it here and Cloudy wins it, or we get a reset. Either way, it's going to be amazing to see these two are playing it, giving it their all, and that's the first stock.
Y claro que sí, ustedes siempre tienen la razón, es el filero, es el butter knife. Gracias a ustedes por las aclaraciones, lo aprecio mucho. Chilaquile, un saludito especial para ti. And you know, Tune, actually, the fact that Wolf is coming out and it's not quite working, or at least at this point, it's a little concerning, right? Because it's the first time you bring it in the set. You know, you got the download, right? At least to some degree. The habits, they somewhat stay whenever, even if you change your character. Habits are always there, something you can abuse. Look at him go with the wolf flash, but not getting much out of it despite Sephiroth's low weight, still surviving for a little longer. I need to admit, I'm a little concerned about Wolf here because the range is definitely something that does benefit Sephiroth in this matchup quite a lot.
I agree. I assume Javi wants to go for some lingering hitboxers or something. Whenever he actually manages to move around those moves that Sephiroth is throwing out, but Cloudy is being so calculated with them. Until now, he was actually trying to run away and he got caught, but he catches Javi as well on his jumping attempt, and this might be the last stock for the Balderas player. And it's looking quite rough. Cloudy is such a master of the ledge. He never grabbed it, by the way. I mean, he got invincibility from grabbing the ledge there because he was stalling with the sword.
This is the opportunity that Cloudy was looking for, despite having used Sephiroth for a couple sets prior to this grand finals. He's still putting it out. Oh, Centilla barely missing there as he tried to go for the grabber and rather counter that situation. He was still a little too slow, and Wolf getting something out of it. Now this is, oh no, this is extremely dangerous, and yes, Cloudy gets the game. He gets under the line Mexico City edition. It's the grand champion with Sephiroth, with Roy, with a plethora of characters, especially those sword characters. Javi, I can't exert this enough. Javi did an amazing job bringing 3 sets in a row and almost resetting this one.
Yes, it was game 5 after all.
See?
And he wasn't dropping that many games either. He only dropped like, well, in Wolves he didn't drop a game. It wasn't until he faced off against SkyJ that he dropped one. then it was 1 to Nair, and 1 to Skyji again. So really, 5 matches total before Cloudy. That's not a bad record at all, and it's kind of what you expect from these guys. The seeding must have benefited them too. I would not be amazed to see that the seeding for the event projected these 4 to get top 4, and they were top 4. Like, these guys go either way. You have them, you don't know who's gonna win. They might feel like winning that day and they will take it, but they will always put on a show, which is what I love about these tournaments in Mexico City. And you know what? Thank God that we now have another weekly series. We missed those, and now we have them back over there in Tacubaya. People had a lot of fun today, and I did too. This was the last vlog, and it was one of the highest. It was a pretty good time.
Ahora sí que pura ciudad. You get a weekly, as you mentioned, in Ciudad de Mexico. Everybody, if you're watching from anywhere outside of Mexico, please consider coming down. These weeklies are pretty chill, low attendance, or I think it's capped over to 60 something. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that is the case. So that might be something to consider. And if you are aiming for something greater, we do have Smash Factor 9 coming up in July. If you're nearer to the border, yeah, what's up, Toon?
It's also capped. So if you're you want to get in there quick. 800 people, yes. It's capped to 800 people, so get in there quick. And the venue fee gets higher the more people that... Well, with the amount of people that are registered. So for the first 150 people, that's early bird. But then after the first 150, it goes up. So it's not anymore about dates, it's about the people that register.
Well, there you have it. Y por si no lo entendieron, regístrense ya al Smash Factor porque se acaban los lugares. You really don't want to miss that experience. And if you allow me to, over there in North, in Tijuana, tenemos el Tijuana at War. If you're planning on visiting over there by the border on the northwestern corner of Mexico, donde empieza la patria, make sure to visit Baja California, specifically Tijuana. It's 2 hours away from everything. You got Ensenada, you got Rosarito, tiene la Ruta del Vino. There's a lot of really neat things to do over here in this side of the border, and you can always count on me being like, hey, what's up, ¿cómo están? So consider coming over here to Tijuana at War. And of course, if you're here in Mexico City, sign up for Under the Line. They're weeklies now.
Yes, sir. These tournaments are gonna keep on going for quite a while, but as we just saw, this one has now come to an end. So it's about time for us to say goodbye as well. You can find, follows are not forced, but of course they are greatly appreciated. You can find me as Toon Laguna pretty much everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and stuff. Cirque, where can they find you?
Over here, Cirque GMC on Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. Síganme en este instante si no se quieren perder de mis banger tweets. a veces. But no, if you like our work, if you like our job, please consider following us. It was a pleasure being on the mic with you again, Toon. Espero ustedes se la hayan pasado muy bonito también. Algunos dicen, hey, ¿por qué en inglés? Aprendan, para que aprendan y disfruten también del Smash, no solo en su idioma, también en inglés, y practiquen un rato aunque sea al oído. Igual las matches las disfrutamos en cualquier idioma. Así que muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys again soon, potentially last week. See you guys next time. Bye.
It's been years ever since it all got quiet. But Smashers, or were they resilient? They kept grinding. They kept dreaming for a light to shine again. And the wait is over. Who would be the greatest victor? Do you have what it takes to give it all? I can't wait to find out. We'll be meeting very, very soon.
The largest tournament in Latin America is back.
Registration is open. Join the adventure. Go to smash.gg Factor 9 for a chance to take it all.